Now the next portion of the morphology in flowering plant are the fruit and the seed. It is a ripened ovary which develops after the fertilization. It is characteristic features of the flowering plant because they have a seed but it is covered with the fruit. The fruit formed after fertilization of the ovary, it is called normal true fruit, but if it is without fertilization it is called parthenocarpic fruit. In mango and coconut, fruit is called a drupe because it is completely a true fruit and one seeded and developed from monocarpellary single carpel superior ovaries. The fruit consists of three parts. Outermost is the pericarp, that is fruit wall, the peel of the flower. It may be dry or fleshy. The thick and fleshy pericarp is differentiated into outer epicarp, middle mesocarp, and inner endocarp. So in mango plant you can see the peel is exocarp, the pulpy sweet portion is mesocarp, and the hard seed cover is known as endocarp. In coconut also you can see that outer which is in raw position, the green portion is epicarp, and the dry, which we actually in northern India we only find the fiber portion which is known as mesocarp, and the endocarp is the hard portion which we have to break. So it is the hard shell. The fruit in coconut, the mesocarp is fibrous part, that I have already told you just now. Now in these fruits the seeds are formed and it is a mature ovule developed after the fertilization. A seed is made up of seed coat and embryo and cotyledons. Embryo is made up of radicle, embryonal axis, and one or two cotyledons. If it is dicot, two cotyledons. If it is monocot, one cotyledon. Here you can see, and it is very important question which comes in drawing the label diagram, that dicotyledon, the gram seed is given here, the seed coat, hilum and micropyle portion is there, and when it is opened up, the cotyledon portion and the embryo portion is radicle plumule. And next is the monocot seed. You can see here the endosperm is there, and scutellum, which is actually the cotyledon, coleoptile, plumule, radicle, coleorhiza, and then aileron layer, and the seed coat is there. So the outermost covering of the seed is seed coat, and the seed coat has two layers, which are outer is testa and the inner is tegmen. Here you can see in the diagram of a seed, any seed you take, the outermost cover, that is if you remove that, when you soak the seed, whole seed, when you soak it in the water, and if you take an example of gram seed, the seed cover is removed, that is testa is removed, and inner portion is known as the tegmen. On the seed coat there will be a scar called hilum, through which the developing seeds are attached to the fruit, and above the hilum is a small pore called the micropyle. Within the seed coat is the embryo, which consists of an embryonal axis and the two cotyledons. And cotyledons are fleshy, they are full of reserve food material, and at the two end of the embryonal axis, one will be radicle, one will be plumule. Now dicotyledonous seed, In some seeds such as castor, the endosperm is formed due to double fertilization and it is food storing tissue. In plants such as bean, gram, pea, the seeds are non-endospermous because endosperm is not seen in the mature seed as it has been consumed during the formation of two cotyledons. So, generally monocots seeds are endospermic because it is having one cotyledon, so they have endosperm which is non-consumed, remaining endosperm is there, so they become endospermic uh, uh, endospermic seed. Very few are non-endospermic seeds, for example of orchids. In cereals like maize, seed coat is membranous and generally fused with the fruit wall. The endosperm is bulky and stores the food. Coconut is having a lot of endosperm which stores the food. The outer covering of the endosperm separates the embryo by the protein layer called aileron layer. Now, here the embryo is very small and situated in a groove at one end of the endosperm, and it consists of one large shield shaped cotyledon known as scutellum and a short axis with the plumule and the radicle. The plumule is protected in a sheath called coleoptile and the radicle is protected in the sheath called coleorhiza. So these are the protective layers.